Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Loading. In this episode, I'm gonna use animation nodes basically to recreate this kind of animations. Actually, the other day, I saw this really cool, like a mural kind of graffiti um, somewhere in the city, and actually, I found this graffiti to be interesting, and I kind of wonder what it looks like if it's actually being animated and I was actually kind of curious, what if we kind of rotate these, like maybe it's gonna be like some kind of really cool animations. And I sort of did it, and not I didn't realize that the artist actually his name I think it's under name Instagram. He actually he or she already created the same effects in the Instagram, and then I found it really interesting, and so I decided, okay, that's really cool. I want to kind of recreate the same effects using Blender, and doing it in 3D sort of, and then maybe upload it to Sketchfab. So yeah, so apparently this artist is from London, and then there's this more informations. I kind of want to just borrow his artwork. Hopefully he doesn't mind. So I just gonna try to recreate it inside Blender. So yeah, the step-by-step process, I'll give you some kind of breakdown. Basically, first I bring this photograph that I took earlier today, and then I just bring it into Blender using File, Import, Images as Planes. And after I did that, what I did next is actually kind of like I make some like a circle, and circle is basically you just use a circle mesh, and you get this mesh. This is just like a circle. For a real mesh, you just hit tab and then just fill it with face, so you get this face. And after I did that, I'm using this UV project modifier, and for the image I'm using that image over there, and I really just override the image, and then I'm using some kind of projections. And for the projections, I have another objects. I think it's the plane, and using that plane and using the same material, I basically managed to get the UV that's perfectly matching this image behind it. So I think I wonder if I did it correctly. So this guy, I already deleted the modifier, but based on that setup, I can kind of use the same UV as the object behind it. Let me quickly check. UV project. Maybe I need to just make a quick UV projection. And so I get that, and I can use it here with this UV map. So now you can see it's sort of kind of already working. So using that modifier, we can really get a perfect matching UV for this object right here to the one behind it. Once I did that, I just like hit apply. So once I hit apply, you know, we can kind of animate this this part of the objects separately. So okay, so that's actually very simple. This is gonna be the part that's animating. In let me try not to move it. Okay, and with the animation itself, I'm using animation nodes because this part is kind of like a kind of procedural, and I can we can set it up using expressions or using like a manual animations. But since this artwork is like perfectly divided into 16 divisions, and so we can kind of take advantage of that as long the pivot is kind of correct in the center. I think it does, and we can have this kind of like a stop motion animations, and we get this kind of effects. I think really cool animation. I really like it. I wish I kind of want to recreate this kind of effects anyway. I think not long a while ago I kind of made this kind of animation, like a stop motion kind of effects using what was that, the YouTube video pen pineapple apple pen, but anyway, it's kind of similar idea. So this guy, we just need to rotate it on a certain angle. So this is exactly what I did. I bring these objects. Basically, I need to specify the initial transformations, which is you can use. You just click on this guy, so to maintain the original position and rotation. And then using Euler math, I simply adding like a degree of rotations. So you see, so every frame update is kind of rotating a certain amount. And I know that this is like, if I count the number of skull, it's like 16. So here I'm specifying 16. And here I'm using the frame number and then the modulo math to do this kind of a repeat of a number. And that's gonna be the index, get list element for the index. So I'm getting that correct value. I can always kind of offset it slightly if I like. See, the skull is kind of moving as well. So that's kind of a pretty neat effect. Yeah, I really like this artwork. Very cool, and I highly recommend you to check this guy Instagram. I think he has exhibition currently in Sydney somewhere. So Instagram, that's the name of this artist. And yeah, that's basically it. That's procedural animations that you can use to animate this kind of rotations, image rotations. I think this is a really nice idea. You can maybe give it a try, make similar effects, maybe using Susan head, I don't know, make your own original artwork. I think this is a good example. Oh yeah, by the way, this is currently rotating in a counterclockwise or clockwise. See, if I'm changing this number to positive, now it's rotating the other way around. So minus 360 or 360. So basically, if I, to be really clear, I think I have some kind of list of number here. So this float range really generates a bunch of numbers, right? And this number is based on the 16 divisions that I was talking about. And then this get element, get the index number based on the frame number and this repeat modulo. So I think that's pretty clear. So that gives you a perfect 16 different rotations from 0 to 360. Alright, so that's an example of super simple procedural animations. And thanks again for this artist. Hopefully he doesn't mind I borrow his artwork. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.